Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Chairunisa Dwitya Vanti. My student number is 2151201. And I would like to explain to you about my design studio 2 assignment. And my lecturer is Mr. Maza with assistance Kautera. The first one is a list of the content, the folly designs, envelope design, set place design. And then the first one is my folly design called Finetch. It's an iconic design inspired by nature with an emphasis of the essence of flexibility and curvature. This folly design will be placed at Guacamara Beach, has sturdy and tall trees so that it can protect my folly directly from the sun. And also on this beach, there will be less insects such as termites, but unfortunately, this beach will experience a heavy rainfall. The design inspiration came from the fish fins that are distinctive anatomical features composed by a bones. They are covered with a skin and joined together either in a webbed fashion as seen in most pony fish. That's similar to a flipper, and the bones are soft and can bend to follow the flexibility of the fish. The design exploration came from the bones that connects the body parts are used as the main frame for the design. The bending technique came from the tensile structure. The small bones are the supporting and balancing elements of the frame using a rock technique, using a tensile structure or pulling the frame with a several knot and lashing or whipping to the side. This icon would be a marker of territorial boundaries on this beach. The users can walk right on the side of it. This icon of foil design using a patung bamboo. This bamboo has a high level of elasticity, very strong, sturdy, flexible, and emphasized on the color. And for the rope or the tensile structure, we use nylon rope. Nylon rope is stronger than both manila and propylene. Nylon commonly find itself pulling in the heaviest loads and bearing the most weight. Having superior strength, nylon also maintains a smooth surface and its resistance to abrasions. And this one is the drawings for the connection or joinery. As you can see, this part is telling us about how the rope construction will connect it to the ground using mostly ferrule splice thimble eye that will adjust with a hook turnbuckle. Hook turnbuckle will easily for us to adjust the tensils. And the rope connected with a screw hook to the ground and pulling with a cement as the foundations. And this side is the technique of the lashing or whipping for the rope technique. The first one, overhand knot, shear lashing, and common whipping. This is the photo models. The second one is called about drinks. Drinks is a place that have a good quality of air controller and calm distance to accompany your activity. This place at Marcini restaurant. This building condition that is not blocked by trees makes this building feel quite hot during the day. It has triangular roof shop that extends on the side downwards, but unfortunately when it rains heavily, the weight of the roof has not been able to cover the area inside the building. This is the analysis for the wind direction, wind speed, and also the shadow falls. The design explorations, the design inspiration came from spider webs. Then I select some area to analyze the shape of the connection of a frame of made turn into two nets on the sides of a frame, short net for support. Makes the appearance of the two frames more rigid and adjust the distance of the support elements to make it seems dynamic and lights. The dynamic and lights one is for the walls or the envelope one, and the row one and the row one is for the beams or the roof structure. So at the side of the west and north, we'll open it view. The west one is straight to the battlefield, and the north one is straight to the mount view. The stick at the walls will representative as the shadow falls, so it can make inside the building more cool, and has a slope around 7 degrees for the roof part to allow the water transfer, and it designed by step with a small gap, as you can see here, so it can still manage the sunlight enter inside the building. The materials in this design will use summer pulpwood and sunbrella fiber, because sunbrella fiber is weather resistant UV fabric, shewing treat, and also can be customized, eco-friendly, and sunbrella is the most durable fabric. You can see here the joinery between the sunbrella fabric with the wood or beams and the wood or frame connected with the foundations and also the stick joint. This is the design simulation in SketchUp, the photo models, and the third one we're going to talk about the flow booth. Flow booth is a safe place for people who come to enjoy the environmental around the buildings. This design also representative light sense to the users. This design will place a Sriharjo village paddy fields, rent to follow the shape of the hill so as not to damage the natural shape of the site, has a view of general rice fields, a wide square, and there is a river just on the south side. And then here's the wind analysis, wind directions, and sun tools for the shaded walls. This place design prioritize the use of shelter and become a destination to see the scenery from the surrounding natural view. Using a footplate foundation combined with the cast concrete to maximize the stability for the foundation, the use of the steel column, and the design inspiration came from the cloud that have a soft curvature of flowy structure, and I try to imitate the visualization shape for the texture, and making a frame using a part of element properties as a wood frame, and make two frames as part of the wall envelope and as a roof. Here's the drawings for the elevations, and also the materials that we'll use in this design using a thick wood and the ETFE, ethylene tetrafluoride, is a fluorine-based plastic. It was designed to have high corrosion resistance, so it have a really good opaque, so it can protect us from the UV or sunlight. And here's the joinery that we'll use in this part. This one is a part of joinery for the foundation, steel foundation or steel column to the plate. And then the joinery for the frame and the roof part, and joinery for the ETFE in with the wood. So here's the photo model, and there's all my presentation for this mid-semester evaluations. I hope you have a great day. I'm sorry if I have a mistake for this part. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.